like you're constantly trying to keep your blood sugar in check? Well, what if I told you that some of the best tools for the job might already be sitting in your kitchen? Today, we are going to look at 4 super simple drinks that could help you naturally manage your glucose levels. Look, if you're trying to keep your glucose levels steady, you know it can feel like a real roller coaster sometimes. But what if a huge part of the solution wasn't some crazy diet, but just a simple swap in what you're drinking every day? It's so true. We put so much thought into what we eat, but often it's the liquids we're sipping on that can send our blood sugar soaring. So today, let's look past the plate and focus on what's in the glass. Okay, so let's get right into it. Think about all the usual suspects: sodas, fruit juices, even those fancy coffee drinks. So many of them are just packed with added sugars that can make your blood glucose spike like crazy. Figuring this out is the first step to finding healthier options that actually work for you, not against you. So what should you be reaching for instead? We've got 4 easy natural drink swaps that you can literally start today. Now, these aren't magic potions, of course, but they are smart, science-backed choices that could really make a difference. Let's kick things off with the most basic, most important swap of all: good old water. I know, it sounds almost too obvious, right? But you really can't overstate how crucial it is. Staying hydrated isn't just about quenching your thirst. It actually helps your kidneys do their job of flushing out any excess sugar from your system. So how much are we talking about? The sources we checked out suggest aiming for about 2 to 3.7 liters a day. Every single time you choose water instead of a sugary soda or juice, you're making a huge win for your health. And while researchers are still digging into the exact details of how it all works, the benefits are pretty clear. All right, next up, we've got a huge fan favorite, and for some very good reasons: green tea. Its secret weapon is hiding in some pretty amazing little plant compounds. The key players here have a cool name: catechins. These are these little compounds found naturally in green tea leaves, and some studies suggest they might actually help your body use insulin more effectively. And as you know, better insulin sensitivity is a really big deal for managing blood sugar. Now, this is really important to remember. Green tea is here to support your health plan, not replace your doctor's advice or treatment. And yeah, it has caffeine, so while up to 8 cups a day is generally fine, just be mindful of that. The research here is super promising, but it's still growing, especially when it comes to people with diabetes. Okay, for our third swap, we're taking a trip to the vegetable aisle. Yep, let's talk about unsweetened tomato juice. The secret ingredient in this one is lycopene. It's the very thing that gives tomatoes that awesome red color, and it also happens to be a really powerful antioxidant. Some new studies are even suggesting it might help lower blood sugar and maybe even fight off insulin resistance. Now, the trick here, and this is a big one, is to make sure you're grabbing the stuff with no added sugar. Any extra sugar just totally cancels out the benefits. Just think of it as a super easy way to sneak a few more veggies into your day. And for our final swap, we're going with another classic: black tea. Just like its green cousin, it's got some unique things going on that make it a really smart choice. So get a load of this number. One study actually found a potential 14% lower risk of diabetes for people who drank more than a cup of black tea every day. I mean, that's a pretty eye-opening statistic, right? But it does come with an important little asterisk. You guessed it, just like with a lot of new science, this is a super promising lead. But researchers are very clear that we definitely need more studies to really nail down these effects for sure. Beyond that one statistic, black tea also has another type of powerful antioxidant called theaflavins. In simple terms, these guys help fight off something called free radicals. Those are the unstable troublemakers that can damage your cells over time and are linked to conditions like diabetes. So we've gone through 4 fantastic drink swaps, but it's so important to remember that what's in your cup is just one piece of a much, much bigger health puzzle. A strategy that really works has to look at the big picture. It's all about combining smart drink choices with getting your body moving, eating a diet full of whole foods, finding ways to manage stress, and of course, cutting back on sugar and alcohol. They all work together. It's a team effort. And finally, I really can't stress this enough. All these tips are meant to support a healthy lifestyle, not to replace actual medical advice from a professional. Knowing when it's time to see a doctor is absolutely key. So if you're experiencing things like having to go to the bathroom all the time, persistent headaches, or you're just feeling tired for no reason, those could be signs of high blood sugar. Please don't just brush them off. It's also really worth knowing that, statistically, some demographic groups do face a higher risk of developing diabetes. Just understanding your own personal risk factors is a huge part of being proactive about your health. So here's the bottom line. Making smarter choices about what you drink is a fantastic, empowering first step you can take right now. But if you have any worries at all about your blood sugar, the most powerful thing you can do is have a conversation with your doctor. Isn't it time to get that conversation started?